Welcome everyone to a lightning demo of ProdPerfect. I'm Erik, founder and chief operating officer. What ProdPerfect does is we automatically build, maintain, and evolve end-to-end tests for web applications. The way we do it is in 3 steps. We collect clickstream metadata from production with a product analytics tag that lives on prod of your app. We analyze that data to find patterns of behavior from your users. We learn and understand what they're really doing using a lot of data science in the back end. We then specify these test cases, which is the product of these patterns, to a test environment that you give us a login to. And that produces end-to-end test code that's going to run right on your CI. So the product are these test suites that are ever evolving. The tests run on your CI, and you're able to get results through mission control, which I'll show you in a second here. And over time, we're continually collecting and continually analyzing that data from production to understand how the application is changing, how usage is changing as you introduce new features and change features. And our test suite evolves to keep up. You get powerful debugging and reporting on mission control, which I'm going to show you right now. So we can see here in mission control, a customer of ours called Negotiatus, who we love dearly. You should work with them. They've run a whole bunch of stuff recently, right? So we're seeing these stabilization runs every hour to test the stability of the test suite. That's something ProdPerfect runs ourselves. And then a customer run, which is something that Negotiatus ran. We can see here on the 16th of February at 3 o'clock, we had some tests fail out of these 27 tests in the suite. And so we can view that report and we can understand what's going on. So we can go to a failed test. We can see the error. So we can see the standard output right here. And we can see a screenshot of what went wrong. So we selected something, didn't see what we expected. So if we want to dig deeper, let's say you're a developer, you've just run this in CI, you can now see a video of this immediately. This test suite ran in a few minutes. So as soon as this developer hit deploy, they got these bugs sent back to them, and they're able to debug live right there, not waiting for a test cycle ages down the line. They can also decide to debug. So what we can do is we can start a VNC, start debugging live. And we can actually log in right there and debug using remote debugger to understand as quickly as possible what went wrong and fix that bug within minutes. That's the power of using ProdPerfect. With these tools at hand, ProdPerfect is able to serve as your entire end-to-end testing platform. And the way we think about coverage is pretty radical. Normally, the way people think about test coverage, it's as a percentage, right? So they divide on the denominator the number of end-to-end tests they came up with by the number of tests that they built. So they might say, oh, we have 50% automation coverage. We thought of 100 tests, we built 50. But if someone decided that 200 was important, that 50 would only be 25% coverage. So this is a very malleable subjective concept. We're able to introduce objective coverage by understanding the total observed user interactions on your application. We can measure all of that. So everything we see on production is our denominator. That's the 100%. And then the interactions covered by our test suite, that's our coverage. So if we say that we're covering 65% of an application, which we're seeing here in this Pareto graph, so this purple adds up to 65% of all observed user behavior here, you can see that there are some more common behaviors and less common behaviors. This 65% means that 65 out of 100 times, if a user's doing something, it's being tested. And the things that they do most often are being tested. To supplement this user-centric model of coverage, what we do is we provide a record tool that you can use to choose custom tests in the midtail. So you can see what tests have been proposed but aren't actually covered and add them yourself using our record tool. And together, the record tool plus the analysis engine allow ProdPerfect to abstract away needing a discipline to determine what to test, build those tests, and maintain those tests. We're able to take care of that completely on our own.